You personally know that they don't have any money yet. They continue to spend as though they just disregarded the third eviction notice. Some people are simply wired differently from a financial standpoint, and not in a positive manner. Now that we're not discussing refrigerators like in the Fox program from a few years ago, they spend their money on frivolous things. Is conventional TV alright? How are they even still solvent? Nevertheless, here are 15 things broke people always manage to find money for. Tattoos. Let's begin by acknowledging that tattoos might offend some of you, but it's a fact. Some of the least financially stable individuals have a plethora of tattoos. It seems almost like a universal law. Life may be disorganized, but hey, let's quickly get a face tattoo. Starting from tribal tattoos to foreign words without any cultural connection. It can escalate all the way to elaborate design sleeves because, well, dragons are cool, and you end up with a full sleeve. In your 20s, that unique custom tattoo seemed like a brilliant idea. Now, you wish you were in your 40s so you could conceal it. In the past, getting a tattoo symbolized rebellion and independence, but now that everyone has them, it no longer feels as special. Cigarettes and alcohol. Cigarettes and alcohol are two things that desperate individuals will always find a way to afford. To be honest, they'd probably still find a way to indulge, even if cigarettes cost $60 per pack. How do you manage to make ends meet while still consuming a six-pack before bed? Someone once said they'd choose cigarettes over food if they had to pick between the two for the day. People often resort to these vices because they are so automatic and mindless. This holds true not just for cigarettes, but also for marijuana and even more addictive narcotics. Acrylic nails, hair extensions, and fake lashes. Anyone can buy artificial lashes, acrylic nails, and hair extensions. You may not have a formal education or any exceptional skills, but hey, if the Kardashians became wealthy because of their looks, then why shouldn't you splurge on nail or lash appointments? After all, they got rich thanks to a marketing expert promoting them in the media. But you're not a marketing expert. Sure, self-care is important, but at this point, you can't afford to sink money into things that continue to drain your finances. Lottery tickets and sports betting tickets. How many of your friends talk about placing bets on sports events? How many are simply waiting for their lottery tickets to hit big? They've been playing for a year, right? And if you ask each and every one of them, they'll all claim they're barely breaking even. And they're not like the other losers. Everyone thinks they have a winning strategy. You can't complain about traffic if you're a part of the traffic, right? Some people have even been known to skip rent payments just to fund their gambling habit. Financing large TVs or new phones. Financing arrangements for new phones or large TVs. Let me say this once for clarity. Just because you can make the initial or down payment doesn't mean you can truly afford it. This is often your ego acting out. Pets and pet expenses. The elderly woman with 20 cats and a big heart. If Jaws the dog even changes its mind, they have no chance of controlling the little person with a pit bull. They eventually stop removing the animals from the house, which only makes the odor worse. The contradiction here is that even if it were in everyone's best interest, they would never let anyone take their beloved pets away because they love them too much. Loud car exhausts and car parts. Loud automobile components and exhaust systems. We see now. The desire for a roaring engine is a product of culture. Some people grow out of it, while others don't. But let's clarify something. Tuning a car isn't just adding a spoiler to a 1998 model or spray painting flames on the side. It doesn't make your car faster, and increasing the exhaust volume won't make you cooler. Instead, you're creating a cacophony that disturbs newborns and their parents trying to get some sleep. Designer accessories. Sunglasses, in particular, often reveal when someone is financially strapped and trying to appear affluent. Whether it's Versace or any other brand, flaunting designer accessories can be a clear sign of financial insecurity. Versace, in particular, is frequently copied on the black market, and they might even have Versace towels and slippers on display. Vacations on credit. Vacations paid for with borrowed funds. No matter how financially challenged you are, society often encourages you to keep up appearances. So what does a person do when they borrow a friend's car for a first date to impress a beautiful woman? Put it on the tab, of course. And if the first date goes well, they agree to another date, all on credit, hoping to impress her even more. Scammers and psychics. People in financial distress often don't have money for the truth, but they always have money for those who promise quick solutions. Some have even deposited their last remaining saving into a pyramid scheme or believed in the wildest stories told by con artists. Lack of financial knowledge or laziness. While you may not have chosen where you were born, remaining in poverty is a choice. All the information needed to build wealth is readily available. You no longer need to fall victim to con artists. If you're still struggling, it's likely due to one of two issues: either a lack of knowledge or a lack of action. You may be unsure of where to start or procrastinating on important steps. Watching educational videos or reading recommended books can help bridge this knowledge gap. High-interest payday loans. When they're struggling financially, some people turn to high-interest payday loans as a quick fix. These loans often come with exorbitant interest rates, trapping borrowers in a cycle of debt. Even though they might be drowning in high-interest payments, they somehow find the money to keep borrowing from these lenders. Daily takeout and dining out. Despite their financial woes, some individuals can resist the temptation of daily takeout and dining at restaurants. They might be struggling to pay bills, but they somehow manage to find money for that daily latte or fast food meals. Impulse shopping. Broke individuals often succumb to the allure of impulse shopping. Whether it's the latest gadgets, clothing, or unnecessary gadgets, they somehow find a way to spend money on items they don't truly need, further exacerbating their financial difficulties. Unused subscriptions. Many financially challenged individuals continue to pay for unused subscriptions, whether it's streaming services, gym memberships, or magazine subscriptions. They may be unaware of how much these add up over time, but they still manage to find the funds to cover them. We hope this video resonates with all of you, and if it does, consider taking action. Now, we want to hear from you. What do financially challenged individuals always seem to find money for? Share your experiences in the comment section. As a bonus for sticking with us until the end, we've included a valuable secret question to boost your income. Keep this question in mind for the rest of your life, as using it can earn you extra income every 5th time you apply it. Are you ready for it? Here it is. What else can I do to contribute more to this situation and make more money? Essentially, this question conveys that you're here to work, serve their interests, and provide additional value in exchange for compensation. If you ask this question a few times, your employer may assign you tasks that lead to a pay increase. This approach also works in job interviews. When discussing your potential role with a prospective employer, inquire, "What can I do here to help you increase revenue more than I currently do?" Listen carefully, as they'll essentially outline the strategy for achieving your goal. This approach can be applied to various situations. Remember, people choose to remain in poverty, which is the primary reason. Conversely, people become wealthy because they make the choice to stop being poor one day. If you belong to the latter category and have committed never to be in debt again, type "never" in the comments. Let's see how many of you are still online.